Welcome to Pedagogy YouTube channel. Students, you can get different video tutorial of operating system, DBMS, networking, languages like Java, Python, etc. conducted by Manoj sir. We are describing here the Mutex, the concept of Mutex and semaphore and the difference between Mutex and semaphore. Consider there is a toilet and let's assume that the toilet has a key and person who is having key can enter into the toilet. So whenever a person enter into the toilet with the particular key, so no person will give it his key to next person and next person will enter into the toilet. Whenever the person out from the toilet, he can give the key to the second person, and whenever the key is occupied by second person, no person's third person who is waiting in the queue can't enter into the key. So in the Mutex, whenever a key is occupied by any person, that means any process, then it is treated as the object is controlled by a process. That means in Mutex allows one process. Here we have written thread. Thread is nothing but a process. Thread into a control sections. So lock the Mutex and do the work. After completion of work, unlock the Mutex. So it is a locking mechanism. Whenever thread 1, nothing but the process 1 will get the Mutex, means the object, occupy the object, that means the locking mechanism, that means the key here is a Mutex. So if thread 2 will try to access shared resource by accessing Mutex object, then thread 2 attempts to take Mutex will return error because someone is occupied by the authority or the key. So whenever process P1, that means thread 1, completes its task, after completion of its work, then what will happen? Now the key will goes into the second person, that means the mechanism will goes to the thread 2, that means the process 2. Now we can understand that if there are 4 keys, then it will be treated as semaphore. Suppose 4 identical keys are there, but there are 5%. That means number of resources are 4 and number of processes are 5. So key equals to 4 means at a time 4 person can enter into the critical section. That means we have 4 shared resources. Here we consider the toilet example. So there are 4 toilets. So one by one person can occupy the key and enter into the toilet. So now the last key will occupy the 4th person and will enter into the toilet. So whenever all the keys are occupied, that means key is equal to 0. The 5th person, that means the 5th process, will have to wait. So key is equals to 0 indicate that the 5th person have to wait. So because there is no key available, so semaphore restricts the number of simultaneous uses of shared resources up to a maximum number. Threads can request access to the resource and can sign that they have finished using the resources by incrementing the semaphore. Thread 1 means process 1. So, thread 1, whenever S equals to 2, thread 1 wants to occupy the access authority, that means the lock. So, what will happen? In semaphore, S is an integer. S is an integer, and within this integer the value can be changed from 2 to 1. So, this is the basic difference between semaphore and mutex. So, we can say that the mutex is always treated as an object. In the semaphore, already we have discussed in our previous video counting semaphore, binary semaphore, all we have discussed. So, here the mechanism is either increasing or decreasing the value of the S. We can indicate whether there is a chances to enter by the another process or not. But in mutex, we always occupy the access authority, and all simply we can say that mutex can be treated as an object.